This summer I have sewn 13 presents for my close family members and I'm sharing with you all that today. So let's call it my family's fashion show. Keep watching. Hi sewing friends, I'm Karina. This is Lifting Pins and Needles, a channel all about sewing, limitless sewing, and in this video I want to share with you all the sewing projects I had planned to make my family members during my visit. I was of course an overachiever and actually wanted to sew a lot more, but time is limited, and I was also prioritizing spending time with them and not just being stuck at the machine. Although I love sewing, I love them more, so you got to balance things out. The way I'm going to show these is a bit different. I don't have the items here with me. They are back home at my parents' and at my brother's. They live in a different city. I am at the in-laws right now, very far away. So I filmed these little clips of me actually showing the details of the garment so I could keep those files and insert them here as the video progresses. So I'm going to start by sharing the little cute things I made my nieces first. Now I've made sort of a decision of not showing any more pictures of them, although the ones I had shown in the past had always had a sticker on their face and I wasn't actually showing their face. But I think for their own privacy and safety, I rather not show them anymore. I will be showing one partial picture today and that's it. Otherwise, I'll just be sharing garments, I'd made myself a quarter circle skirt in the past with double brush poly in a flowery print. It was super short, this skirt on me, and I always felt uncomfortable wearing it. I felt it was a little bit too juvenile. So I cut off that yoga waistband I had originally for my skirt, and immediately this turned into a maxi skirt for my niece. She's 5, she's pretty tall. I added a yoga waistband according to her waist, her tiny little waist. So this quarter circle skirt went gathered into that yoga waistband and it looks super cute. It goes down to her ankles and she's really into long skirts. She twirls around and she's really loving that style. So this was a refashion. It wasn't good for me, but it was excellent for my 5-year-old niece. With a similar fabric, also in a flowery print with double brush poly, I made 2 items with the same fabric for them. For my baby niece who's 14 months old, I made the free leggings that Love Notions has on their websites in sizes 2 to 14. For her, I made size 2, just, to have the length for her to grow into them, have that booty space for the nappy, and super cute, turned out super well fitting for her. She can wear them and she looks adorable. And with the exact same fabric, I just used one of my older niece's shorts, well-fitting shorts, and cloned that to make those. So these turned out to look like culottes, sort of above the knee culottes on my older niece, sort of like a skirt but shorts. She looks adorable in them. I think it's super cute making them similar things in the same fabric, so that's what I did. Mom chose a white viscose with some pink print and some black accents. She chose that fabric to make 2 dresses for them. And the fabric was really sheer, and you know how viscose is, it's not the easiest fabric to work with. And I do think this pattern needed more structure, needed a fabric with more structure, but I did a lot of things to make it work. I always think you can adapt fabric and make it work. There's always a way, So I chose the Dolce dress from Love Notions. It's a super cute dress. I love this dress. I think it was released last year. I wasn't able to pattern test this one because I don't have a model with me at home that I can try on a dress. Like I don't have a little girl I can use to test patterns, but I was really keen to make these for my nieces. I made a size 2 and a size 8, and I altered the construction method, did a lot of different things to make the fabric work because it was super thin and super sheer. So I have a clip of me showing you the details now. And this is a size 2 for the baby and a size 8 for the older niece. The wind is going crazy. So I'll show you the little one because it's easier to show. They are identical, the same way that I've constructed, a little bit different to the pattern instructions due to my fabric choice. The viscose is really thin and it's white, so you would have seen everything. So I did a little bit different and I'll show you inside. But it's got a separate bodice with buttons there. For the baby I put 3, for the older niece I put 4, and then comes a gathered skirt. So that's how the front looks, and the back has a little yoke there that you can see a seam there, and then it's got a wider back piece that gathers into the yoke. That piece is attached to the back skirt, and then there's an elastic in there. Super cute detail. I love how the back looks on this dress. And inside out, I sort of interlined, I interlined basically, and the back yoke, I burritoed that back seam into it to make it really neat. So I just got some really soft lining fabric in white, nothing special, the same type of soft lining fabric you would use. And you can see the yoke there is double at the back, so that seam is enclosed and really neat. And at the front, I cut it in a way that would attach to the integrated facing that we have there that's been interfaced, and then I've treated it as one because you can see the side seams there, so it's basically interlined at the front. And then the arm side has been finished with bias binding on the inside, and that's how it looks inside. Now, due to the nature of the fabric and that it's really sheer, with this same fabric I made separate little petticoats with elasticated waists that they can wear, so that you can't see their legs and undies, or nappies, diapers, so those super cute. I totally forgot to get a clip of the little petticoats I made to go with these dresses, or any other dresses if they want an extra layer and an extra poof factor on the skirt, because the fabric was a little bit stiff. Not stiff, but it's not drapey. Because it's super gathered, it's going to give a lot of volume to that skirt, and I think it's going to look adorable and also accomplish the coverage that they need, so you can't see their legs or their nappy, the diaper, because the baby still wears those. I took a paper pattern with me, the kitty Pinafore, so I always knew I wanted to make them this. I think it's super adorable, the detail at the back with the gathers and the crisscross straps at the back. I chose a fabric when I went on this shopping spree in Santiago. I have a fabric haul video showing you all those fabrics, and I chose a linen cotton stripy fabric to make that, and I always knew it wasn't the softest. I always knew I wanted to line it completely lined, and they turned out super cute. They're matching, of course, the same fabrics, different sizes, and here's the clip showing you them. So I'm showing the small one, they are exactly the same. I played with the direction of stripes there on the front with that pocket. I did line the pocket to give it structure and to make it durable, so that's that there on the front. On the inside it's fully lined as well, and the long straps are coming out of there. I did horizontal stripes to contrast the vertical stripes there. And at the back it's just super cute because it goes in with an elastic in there, and the buttons are on the back, the buttonholes are on the straps. I made 2 buttonholes to make the length adjustable as they grow. So for now I fitted them with the first buttonhole, but if they get longer in the body they can use the other buttonhole and it'll fit. And this crisscrosses at the back like that, and just buttons right there. This is the larger one, it's exactly the same, but I'm going to show you how it looks inside. So I mentioned this cotton linen wasn't the softest, but being lined in 100% cotton inside makes it really nice and soft. The elastic is inside the lining there, and it's caught there on the side seams to bring it in, and at the back it's going to look like that when the buttons are on, so they crisscross like that. And they have, this one also has an extra buttonhole in case she has a growth spurt. I only got to see them wear it when I was fitting the length of the ties at the back, the straps, to get the buttonholes correct, and what I saw I love. They just look so adorable, and the baby has really no reactions to these items, but my older niece does. She actually does love clothes and loves dresses, and seeing her get really happy and excited gives me all the joy I need, because I just want to make her all the things, It's super fun sewing for them. Now at the end of the year there was a sale in a pattern company I really didn't know about. I saw it on a Facebook group, and before they were called Pickle Toes Patterns, they changed their name to Mayraki Patterns. Around the New Year's they had a 70% off sale. I got a little dress pattern from there. It's called Pickled Tink. I'll put a picture here, and that pattern comes with a dress pattern and a little bolero. Found that little bolero adorable. It couldn't be more adorable, and I made it in the same fabric. I made the little pinafores, also fully lined, and you can see it now. This is the little bolero. and it's fully lined inside in pink cotton. This linen cotton blend is really cute. It's got stripes, but it's not the softest fabric. It has been washed, it has been softening up, so I think it'll turn out nice and soft. So this is a tiny bolero. They are exactly the same, it's just that one's larger than the other. So even the sleeves here have been fully lined, like it's really clean finish. And I suppose it could be reversible, but you know, there is some understitching there, right there. So I don't think, I wouldn't wear it reversible, but it sort of could be, you know. But I prioritized the main fabric there and how it was finished. Now moving on to adult makes. I made the Cape Cod Capelet for my mother-in-law. I made 2 of these last year when the pattern released. Super easy project to make. I always knew I wanted to make her one and was hoping she would like the style. So before actually making it, I did send her the pictures of myself wearing it to see if she liked it, and she loved it. So I bought a fabric here locally, like a sweater knit wool synthetics type blend. I'm not really sure about the composition of the fabric, but it is super soft. And I made the exact same size I made myself. If you want to know more about this pattern from each to stitch, I have a full video and a full sew along on how to make it. It is extremely easy to make, super satisfying to just whip this up in half an hour, you know. So here it is. It's black and it's got this print on top, like flowers, and it's black, and on the reverse it is a light color because it's printed, and you can see the texture there. A little bit fuzzy, you know, it's super soft. It's like wearing, I don't know, it's like the softest thing. It doesn't itch at all, and it has that big cowl neckline there and the curved hem. And I folded it up 1/2 inch and did a twin needle, same as I did on the ones I made myself, only this is for my mother-in-law. And the fact that this is a nice cozy thing is really good because she does actually have the real winter here. In Chile you get the cold winter, and this is perfect for spring and autumn, and she just loves the style that it can be dressed up and down. So yeah, she was really excited to have it, and I was really excited to make it for her.
Don't you think this is starting to wear on me? You've been raining down like hail. I'm weak. I have tried to give you my soul, but you can't love something you own. It's too late to repair what we made. What can I do?
I took another paper pattern with me on my trip, and that is Simplicity 1668, and this pattern has a lot of things. I think it has a cardigan, pants, a top. I really like that top. I was really ambitious and wanted to make everything here. I couldn't really sew around the clock, and well, I only made the pants. And my mom had been looking at this viscose fabric I had in my stash for years. I'd made other garments with that same fabric before, and she'd always wanted a sort of like wide leg flowy pant. So I made these for her in a size medium, straight out of the envelope, the perfect fit, except that I think the rise is a little bit too short for her. She's a taller woman, not excessively taller, but she is slightly taller than the drafted height for these patterns. And the way I corrected that just on the fly was folding the top a little bit narrower and putting a little bit narrower elastic, and that just meant that it was correct for her. The original pattern has you fold on the top twice wider with a wider elastic. Had I followed those instructions, the rise would have been too short for her. So now I know that I need to look at that and measure that really well when I make mine, because I really am excited to make these in a nice fabric because they were so easy. They took like half an hour to make and they fit super well. She looks amazing, and yeah, I really like the pattern, and I have hacks in plan for this pattern because I know the fit is really good and the style is really simple. I have already 2 hacks in mind, so expect to see a full video about this pattern. I think it's a good one. It's a beautiful, beautiful rayon with this print, turquoise colors and like green and navies. Well, it's not navy actually, it's just blue. So I'm not kidding you, it took me like half an hour to make these pants. They're wide legs. They have a larger hem. I did turn the hem twice So it's turned under 3/8 and then turned under 3/4 of an inch or 2 centimeters. So it's a nice deep hem. At the waist, I turned it under 3/8 of an inch and then turned it under again 5/8 of an inch. And that made me put a 1/2 inch wide elastic inside that matches what is comfortable for her waist. And that's it. I mean, there's no pockets, there's absolutely nothing, and I think this pattern fits her amazing. I can't wait to make more of these, to hack these, because it's a really simple, well-fitting trouser pattern, and I wasn't expecting it to fit right out of the envelope, literally right out of the envelope.
Don't you think this is starting to wear on me? You've been raining down like hail. I'm weak. I have tried to give you my soul, but you can't love something you own. It's too late to repair what we made. What can I do? Time flash.
In November, I made a blazer, Simplicity 8604 in beige linen. I have a video all about it. And my mom always watches my videos and she likes the things that I make most of the time. And she saw the style and she really liked it. And she sent me a text. She's like, I want one of those. So perfect. I took the pattern along with me. I knew I was going to have to make a muslin for her and adjust the height of the darts as well as I did for myself. So making this blazer was a bit of a lengthy process, just because I had to do a lot of fitting adjustments. Of course, I did make a muslin, and she chose this amazing red linen. She wanted her blazer fully lined. I had taken a shortcut with my blazer and only lined the body of the blazer, not the sleeves, because I live in really hot climate. She doesn't, so she wanted her blazer fully lined, and it was really nice to make because I knew the construction. I just had to change it a little bit, but I think it looks amazing on her. So have a look at the blazer. This is the blazer. It's made out of red linen. I was really happy with the quality of this linen, and you've already seen this blazer in the beige version I made. The difference with this one is that it's fully lined, including the sleeves inside. The one I made myself, I didn't line the sleeves. Now, because I did line the sleeves, I bagged it out through one of the seams on the sides. This seam right there, one of the princess seams from the back, was hand sewn afterwards because I left an opening there, and that's how I turned the whole blazer inside out. On the other one, I turned it right sides out through one of the openings of the lining because I didn't put lining sleeves. So this was a bit more work intensive, but I did make it only in a few hours because I already knew the pattern. I already made it before. So this whole front piece is fully interfaced and it's understitched in there. The facing is attached to the lining there, and it's super neat inside. At the bottom it has the peplum like that. The peplum is 2 layers of the same main fabric, so the lining fabric just reaches the waist seam right there. And I did add the little pleat to the center back of the lining that is not included in the pattern or the pattern instructions, but I do like to do that so there's more ease. Inside it's been hemmed and the lining has been attached to the hem by hand as usual, although all this is machine done because it's part of the construction. You know, it's different to other blazers I've lined before. The machine I'm using is manual with a 3-step buttonhole, and I was really careful to have them turn out the same size. You know, you can't really trust it sometimes because it is manual and you have to be looking at it while you're making the buttonhole. I'm really happy I made this for my mum.
Don't you think this is starting to wear on me? You've been raining down like hail. I'm weak. I have tried to give you my soul, but you can't love something you own. It's too late to repair what we made. What can I
Now moving on to my brother. When I got there, he asked me very coyly if I would make him a pair of jeans because he had seen the quadra jeans I'd made my dad. My dad, when he got home, he went through a phase where he wore them non-stop, like he wouldn't take them off. And yeah, my brother liked the style, and he asked me, you know, I've never made my brother a full garment ever. We've lived in separate countries since I'm 18. He was 17, and we've been living very far apart from each other. So the times we see each other are always short and far between, you know. So I thought, yeah, why not? So I got this navy blue denim, stretch denim. He never had a pair of stretch denim jeans in his life. He just had the stiff type. And I made my 5th pair of quadra jeans. By now I know this pattern by heart. I did make a little muslin in a shorts view with non-stretch fabric, and I had to lengthen the rise at the back and do a small full seat adjustment for him. Other than that, the size 36 was perfect. I had to lengthen the leg though because he is 6'4". So these jeans are super long, you know. I love how they turned out, so have a look at them. These are my brother's jeans. They are very navy dark blue, so I'm not sure how much detail you're going to be able to see. They are the same as the jeans I've made my dad, my husband, my son. The famous quadra jeans. This is a different size, way longer leg because my brother is super tall. He's very tall. And he wanted top stitching in the same navy so he can get away with wearing these to work. They do look semi-formal in this way. The only metal feature is the button. I didn't put rivets or anything because that would make it look more sporty. And his dress code is like semi-formal, so I think he can get away with a nice shirt and wear them to work. And they have all the bells and whistles, you know, the nice pockets, the yoke there, all the belt loops, the little coin pocket there, the pockets. Now inside I made these slightly more boring than the other ones I've made because I didn't have any contrast fabric at all, not even a scrap. So the pockets I just made in navy blue cotton, so there's actually no contrast of any fun print in there. And the facing for the fly, I just made a little bit of bias binding out of that same navy blue cotton, so it's nice and neat. So these are really neat jeans, you know. The waistband has been attached in the way that you've already seen me do the tutorial, sort of reverse, but you end up with this really neat waistband on the inside and on the outside. For my sister-in-law, I made 3 things and 2 of them have already been featured on the channel, so I'm not showing them here. One was a navy blue canyon cardigan that I made her, the version with the gathered skirt, and there's a video about that so you can watch it there. I just put a picture here. And the other one was a laundry day tee. I made one for her during the pattern test so I could test 2 sizes, the small and the large, in different views. I thought I'd be a bit more helpful that way, and she got a dress that she absolutely loves. It's super fresh for the hot weather there, so that is what I made her. And the third one I am not going to include in this video because I filmed the whole process of it, and it's a very special project because it's totally what I'm all about, and I'm leaving it at that. You will see that separately in another video. That is what I wanted to share. I hope you enjoyed this special fashion show from my family, this show and tell type video, and I enjoyed every minute of making these because making things with my hands for my family is super special to me. I will see you soon with another video. Bye.